Luka Doncic has done some amazing plays over the years, and in this video, we're going to revisit these moments when he delivered some Luka magic, starting with this crazy play right here. Tied at 104, with less than 7 seconds left in the ballgame, everyone in the arena knew who's going to take the last shot. Luka then measures his opponent, and in the last few seconds of the ballgame, he hit him with the dagger.
Left side of the floor, Luka's threes.
Man, a step back with the defense all over him? I mean, that's just cold-blooded. The guy who contested his shot was Josh Richardson, and just like everyone else, he can't believe what Luka just did. And right after the game, he just said, "I think I guarded it well." He's hit game winners quite a few times. It's tough, but you've got to give credit where it's due. Good defense, better offense. Now that buzzer beater is indeed ridiculous, but it's not as ridiculous as what Luka did in this next play right here. The Mavs were looking to put away OKC for good, with little less than 30 seconds left in the game. Luka was looking for the finishing blow as he attacked the inside paint. But in the last moment, Luka fooled the entire OKC team when he pulled off this move.
What you said they do, Hart. They play so hard. Everyone collapses on Luka, and Kleba hits a dagger.
I mean, if we're gonna take a look at it again, you can see that all blue jerseys collapsed on him, as if he was some kind of black hole and he just sucked them all in. And that sweet, no-look behind-the-back dime afterward just put the cherry on top for this crazy sequence. Speaking of a crazy sequence, there's definitely no crazier moment than what Luka just did against the Blazers 3 years ago. See, with just 0.6 seconds left in the game, the Mavs needed a miracle here to at least tie this ballgame. The good thing, though, is they got the Miracle Man, aka Luka Magic, right here. And the next play you're about to see will definitely blow your mind.
Got it. There it is. Corner, Luka. Oh! Goes in. How did he do it? How did he do it? That is Luka magic.
I mean, with less than a second to pull the trigger and such little space to work with, man, that's got to be one of the wildest buzzer beaters ever. After they won the game in OT, Rick Carlisle looked back at Luka's crazy shot and just said, "In those situations, you pull off a win in a game like that once in a blue moon. It just doesn't happen very often." Luka made one of the signature special shots that you're going to see for a long time. This is one of those joyous nights where we escaped. We had Houdini. He got us out of here alive. Moving on, it's pretty obvious that Luka doesn't have enough hops to finish plays above the rim, just like most guys in the NBA. But what if I told you there was one time when he suddenly became like Vince Carter, half man, half amazing, out of nowhere? See, in a regular season game against the Lakers, Dwight was just chilling under the rim, waiting to grab a rebound, but instead of getting a rebound, he didn't anticipate that something bad will happen to him.
Dinwiddie missed it. Oh, Doncic! A grown man's jam on the follow.
Damn. I mean, Luka just caught a body right there. And as for Dwight, he probably went viral after getting posterized like that. Now, speaking of viral, here's another Luka magic moment that went viral. Down 2, with 1.5 seconds left in the game against the Grizzlies, Luka once again grabbed the ball from the inbound, and right after that, Luka does it again.
Gotta get it in. Here's Luka. Gets it away. It's gone! A Doncic dagger!
Just a recap of how ridiculous that was. Luka just made a 1-foot floater from the three-point line while stumbling forward under extreme time pressure. That was like a trick shot attempted in an actual NBA game. I mean, just let that sink in, y'all. At the post-game, here's what Luka said about the insane buzzer beater. "Sometimes you're gonna make it, but sometimes you're gonna miss it too. You've got to take that too. I think that's the most important part. If my team trusts me at that moment, I'll keep working on it." While that crazy circus shot made you jump out of your seat, these next 2 plays will definitely make you flex your muscles, cause Doncic is about to bully a grown man. See, in Game 7 against the Suns in last season's playoffs, Luka went on a rampage like no other, and during his rampage, Cam Johnson was one of the first casualties. I mean, check this out.
Stunning. 27-point lead. Down goes Johnson. Oh no. They're shredding him.
Luka snatched his ankles real good right there. And as if one embarrassing play wasn't enough, Luka did an encore by dominating Cam Johnson on the block.
Whirling Doncic. Melting into the defense. The front carry.
Man, Luka put Johnson in the weight room on that play, and he owned them in that Game 7. Now, since we talked about the postseason, here's one unbelievable shot that put Luka on the map as one of the greatest clutch players in NBA playoff history. This happened in the 2020 playoffs, against the Clippers inside the bubble, and in this final play, the Mavs must hit the game winner or else they'll be down 3-1. Without much thinking, the Mavs gave the rock to their best player, and from there, Luka just took over. As the clock winded down, Luka was showcasing his bag, and then...
Back to Doncic. Doncic pulls up, three-pointer. Bang! Bang! It's good!
Ice was running through Luka's veins after hitting that bucket, and Rick Carlisle knows that by saying, "We know this kid has got a flair for the dramatic. He's a guy that lives for these moments." Meanwhile, his former teammate Trey Burke also agreed with their coach, saying, "Big-time players make big-time plays. He's a big-time player. He's proved it already in this league." While we already know Luka is capable of creating crazy moments inside the court, there are still a lot of plays that Luka did where you'll just scratch your head and say, how is that even possible? One of them is this play right here. See, during the Mavs Heat matchup last season, Luka got trapped by two Heat players at the top. For regular point guards, this was a sure turnover since there's no clear way for them to get out of this situation. But Luka is not your ordinary point guard, and somehow, some way, Luka just pulled a Houdini yet again.
Look how long this pass is.
Despite the heavy pressure, Luka managed to stay calm and angled a bounce pass for an easy deuce. I mean, that's one heck of a magician right there, if you're gonna ask me. Anyway, now we're down to our last two plays, and for this next one, Luka laced up his rocket boosters and proved once again that white men can also jump. This was a play against the 76ers last season, and Luka was just pretty chill when he got past the half court. But when he saw the clear runway leading to the rim, Flight 77 turned on his afterburners and just took off.
Doncic. Getting in his back.
Man, Andre Drummond's name will be piled up to the body count along with Dwight earlier, and if other big men ain't taking notice, they might just see their names written down on Doncic's growing poster list. Anyway, this last play though, isn't about putting someone on a poster, but it sure is equally entertaining compared to the previous play we just witnessed. This Luka magic moment just happened this season against the Nets. After sizing up Simmons, Luka once again pulled a trick out of his sleeves that shocked the Nets defense.
Low dribble. Help. Doncic. Behind the back for the highlight.
I mean, wow. Does this guy have eyes in the back of his head or something? Because that was absolutely insane. Now, if you think that pass was just pure luck, Kleber said that Luka actually practices making those kind of dimes in his free time. It was really a ridiculous pass. Sometimes you might think maybe he's like playing around a little bit, but he actually works on that stuff, and he has a real good feel for where the guys are, where the help is coming from. Sometimes for him, it's the easiest way to get the ball to the man. Instead of like pivot and waste a second, he's just gonna throw it over his head because he knows you're going to be there. Anyway, that's a wrap on this one. Make sure you hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed this video and smash that subscribe and bell button to keep you posted whenever we drop our next video.